Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. I'm your host, Tito Burrow, and in today's episode, we're going to go for a little walk here in Pensacola, and you guys can check out the neighborhood and some new construction has been happening. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your host, Tito Burrow, and in today's episode, we're going to be looking at a couple of new construction. They're still under construction. They're not new, but they're still under construction. We're going to go by them and see what the progress is. I'm going to try to see if I can pull up some city of Pensacola architectural review drawings so we can kind of get a picture of it. If they don't have anything rendered up there in the front, we won't be able to tell, but this one should be a good one. I'm going to try to walk the site and see if I can show you guys what's been happening. Stay tuned. If you guys are familiar with Pensacola, you guys probably know where I'm standing right now. I'm in the parking lot where the Memorial Park is on 9th. And the construction I'm going to be walking around is just to the right of us. And I figured I'd do a kind of nice walk around the neighborhood so you can get a good feel for the area. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, I had done a video upload a while back, and we're on the intersection of Romana and 9th, and you may have seen this house in one of my videos. We're gonna walk around this thing. It looks like it's all finished. I don't see anybody doing any more work to it. And the nice thing, if you guys remember, was we had talked about how water kept staining the walls on that building. And see those big, and I'll point it out with an arrow, those drains that are coming off the balcony? See how they pull away from the building? There's still a little bit of stain on that wall, which you may not be able to pick up on the images, but we'll come back to that one. Now we're kind of walking north on 9th Avenue towards, it says Colfax. That's a side road, and to the right of us is a Gulf Power. Well, I think what it used to be called, Gulf One or something like that. I think it's called something else since Florida Power and Light took over. I think you've seen Florida Power and Light on the news about them overcharging. Now, you know, to the left of us is Aragon, the Aragon neighborhood. A lot of $1 million houses in this neighborhood. And I may walk you guys around there just kind of so you guys can kind of see what's happening. It looks like Pinkerton and Law Construction of Orlando is building this thing. And never seen them here in Pensacola. So they are far, far away from where they're supposed to be working at. But you know, contractors have a state license, so they can really work wherever they want to. And it makes me wonder if the same firm that designed that house that we just looked at influenced, because I know that firm is from Tampa. You can kind of get a sense how architects can work in certain cities that they don't have, that they're not local to, and contractors from other cities can work in other cities. Because in reality, what they do is the general contractors, they really are a management, contracting management company where they hire people. If you notice, the floor to floor on this one looks like it's concrete, slab on grade, steel studs on the outside, and there's a little neat little detail that you may not be catching. I'll try to point it out, where the steel studs are overhanging the edge of the concrete. And you know what? It looks like those are hollow core planks. So load bearing masonry, hollow core planks. Looks like they're going to put in brick. You'll see all the masonry ties. The wall is extremely wet. So you can kind of see it's a nice 80 something degrees, I think, right now out here. There's still been a lot of boom in construction in Pensacola. This one's been permitted for a while, and it's been under construction for a long time. I know that there was a couple of developments that are still in the works in this area, so growth is happening. It may not be happening as fast as we typically have seen lately in the past, I guess, past 7 years. There was a huge boom in construction. But I'm gonna cross the street right now and get you guys walking in this neighborhood. I've been watching a couple of YouTubers and trying to keep up with the news as far as the economy and how things are being affected in the real estate construction, because everything's talking to each other. You know, you got the Ukraine war, you got the gas prices. I think a lot of you guys are probably wondering about my shorts, but it has to do with what's happening around the world. You know, architecture, real estate, construction, all that is influenced. It impacts us as designers, as creative thinkers. We go down this block, kind of go around, get back to the car. Hopefully nobody's. Anyways, so this is I love the neighborhood because there's a sense of scale that if you had a neighborhood like this, the relationship between the sidewalk, the tree, the flower bed that occurs between the roads and the sidewalk, even though it's not cobblestone or brick or anything like that, it does add a nice scale to it, you know. And a lot of these houses are elevated. You can kind of see most of them. You kind of up with the camera facing forward, so you get a sense. See, most of the houses here are elevated, and in some cases it's because of potential floods, but lifting the house gives it a sense of separation from the sidewalk. Makes you feel you're in your own space instead of being even Steven with the sidewalk. Kind of, you may hear me pause once in a while because I'm admiring. I don't get to walk the neighborhood that often, and you gotta appreciate the little details that some of these architects put in. Now, Aragon has a architectural review board where even if you're from outside the city or the county, as an architect, you have to go through that review board, and they have to authorize, if you meet all the qualifications, your house design. And it's an architect. It's an architecture company that's local. It's called Alliance Affairs, Architectural Affairs, I think it's called. Anyways, isn't this neat? Look behind me. They made a breezeway between properties. Check this out. And so you can look straight down. It's like a green area that they made, and there's a good, nice gazebo. They wanted to have some sort of function. I mean, I could even see a wedding event occur here, where the houses are facing the green space, which has a nice. If you guys are familiar with Charleston, South Carolina, it has that feel, it has that scale, because Charleston really has. There aren't that many houses with big lots, and the ones that have a green space gives it a private garden. In Charleston, they used to have a lot of water features inside those gardens, because they would do masonry walls, and they would use coral stone to make those walls, and then just hold it in place with cement. And they didn't look at using masonry walls all the time. But this is such a influenced by those type of architects. Check this out. You got a You gotta appreciate this. Just the feel of it. Right now we're in a shaded area where there's a park, but you can kind of see such a diverse architecture in style. You got a slight modern feel with a, you know, like an architectural revival style. It's just a, and I think these trees have grown to what they are now. It's been here for a while, this neighborhood. Guys, that's the end of the show. I just wanted to do a quick one, and if you guys are interested in checking out more about Aragon neighborhood, I'll probably do another upload. We'll walk around another part of the neighborhood, and you guys can appreciate it. I'll do more of these videos, but don't forget to hit the like button or the unlike button. Give me your comments, things that I need to improve on. Appreciate it. Love life, dude.